Welcome to Champlain College. You've heard that greeting a lot, I know, but I don't want frequency. Get my robe straight here. I don't want frequency to dilute sincerity. I and we mean it. Welcome to Champlain. You're in for a great ride at a killer college in one of the coolest small cities in the country. Yeah. I had to submit a copy of my speech in advance so it could be placed here at the podium. Part of me was tempted to be a wise guy. I'd raise this book and say, the speech in this book is the one I'm supposed to give. And then I'd pull a speech from my robe and say, but this is the one I'm actually going to deliver. I figured I'd have the podium, and I doubted that any member of this august body behind me and beside me would fluffle their robes and sully this ceremony by trying to wrest the mic from me should I go rogue. I asked the obvious question, would pulling this switch be a wise move? This gentleman sitting to my right, also known as President Don Lockman, signs my paycheck. The woman sitting next to him, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academics, Dr. Lori Quinn, could give me the equivalent of the kind of detention I never imagined getting in high school. So I opted for long-term gain over short-term laughs. But I raised my dilemma to illustrate the difference between a calculated risk and a foolish risk. This distinction is one of several related ideas that I want you to consider and take with you as you file from this tent. I ask that during your time at Champlain, you take many calculated risks and very few of the foolish kind. Some of you will take foolish risks. I did. I'll bet that some of my colleagues dressed in these fancy robes did when they were undergrads, but none of us are talking. So take smart risks. You get the point, right? Right? I can't hear you. There it is. Put some lung into it. If you take my advice, when you get home for Thanksgiving break and you're hanging with friends and talking about your first 3 months at college, you'll have the tamest exploits, but by far the best content. Content is idea 2, or call it substance. It costs a lot of money to attend Champlain. Most of you probably got from your parents some version of the make the most of it speech, because they want the best for you, and because your gluteus maximus will be in the frying pan if you don't make the most of it. Let's review. Cooking in the frying pan, going for the gold at Champlain. Not a tough choice, right? Right? One more time! That's it. Now, well done. We're at idea 3. Idea 3. Using your time well. You have lots and lots of time. Time is relative, of course. If you're an athlete, how many of you played sports in high school? Raise your hands. Your relationship with time is different than someone playing Minecraft. How many of you have created that world? There it is. Just two ways to use time. Interpret may be a better word than use. There are as many ways to interpret time as there are people in your class of 2020. The thing about time is that seconds move at the same rate, whether you're out for a run, playing field hockey, or pick up b-ball, whether you're digging to a safe place before nightfall when creepers will spawn into the world, or whether you're completing your assignments. Beginning Monday morning, you're going to get hit with more work than you've ever had before. The way in which you interpret your time will be causally related to your success. Waste your time, see what happens. Figure out good uses for those seconds, and you'll have the quiet, respectful attention of your friends at Thanksgiving who will laugh at the guy who scaled the church steeple and admire you for being on track to a stellar GPA and a dynamite career. And if you get hit a bit harder than you imagined, whether it's Monday morning, listen up, if you get hit a bit harder than you imagined, whether it's Monday morning or next week or at any time this or next semester, and if you start feeling that you can't handle it, I urge you to reach out to your OL, your RA, your PA, or anyone in student life. If you need a hand, they will be there for you. You may think you can tough it out, but remember, and this echoes President Lockman's words, asking for help is a measure of strength. The culture at large can make it seem like a weakness, but that is not the culture at Champlain College. Idea 4, expectations. What do you want from your time at Champlain? You've asked yourself that question, and others have asked you. How you answer it will become more intricate, complex, dynamic, and vibrant as you move through your time here. But for right now, it will be easy to get overwhelmed by all that happens in your first few weeks and distracted from what you want from your time here. New friends, new city, new everything. Kind of like the sculptor and a lump of clay. You get to be your own potter. This is one of the few times in your life when you will be able to reinvent yourself completely. So cast yourself as you want to be. The anthropologist Margaret Mead wrote, quote, "Become a cultural interpreter, stand at the edge of the abyss and look down," unquote. The culture at Champlain is different from other colleges. You'll get a sense of that as you text friends attending other schools. The view from here is astounding. Linger. Look until you see. Idea 5, question your professors. Don't take anything as gospel. My colleagues are now thinking, nice move, Einstein. Way to undercut us in the classroom. But in truth, every professor sitting here agrees with me. Your challenge will be to think in ways you haven't thought before. Your professors, these teachers, in the highest and best sense of the profession, will inspire you to do that. Common to each of these 5 is the 6th and final idea, choice. I ask you, I want you to think about the one choice that precedes important questions such as, which courses should I take to achieve my objectives? Can I handle a minor and a specialization? Where do I want to study abroad? How will I get the best internship? The choice I want you to think about is in the form of a question. And what I want you to consider before you act on your answer will be of the greatest benefit to you as a person and as an educated professional. The question? How can I be true to myself? Only when you make choices that resonate with who you are, who you want to be, and what you want to do, will you be able to like and respect the person who looks back at you every morning in the mirror. When you are true to your dreams, you will be true to yourself. Then you can decide how to put your gifts to good use for the benefit of each and all of us. That's how you walk into the world of global citizenry. I have words for each of you from the late poet Jane Kenyon. Quote, be a good steward of your gifts. Protect your time. Feed your inner life. Avoid too much noise. Read good books. Have good sentences in your ears. Unquote. I want my sentences, as you interpret them, to stay in your ears. Good luck. Give it your all. Blow the doors off your time here. Thank you.